Guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel Read with Kim. I am so excited because I'm going to share with you 10 historical fiction books that you are not going to be able to put it down. One of my favorite like genres, I think it's actually my favorite in historical fiction. So I have so many books, and believe me, all these books are 5 stars. This book that I want to mention, it is from Stephen King. Yes, this horror author, and I am talking about 11/22/63. Oh my God, I read this book. I think in like 3 days because I couldn't put it down. And basically, it talks about the assassination of John F. Kennedy, and this person can go to the past and try to avoid the assassination. How amazing is that? Definitely 5 stars. You're not gonna be able to put it down. Second book that I want to mention, it is Wayward from Emilia Hart. I discovered this author literally last year, and this book is just amazing because we are talking about three different timelines, like 116, the 60s, and also the 2000. And you can see how the society was. You are going to be so much involved in this story that you're not going to be able to put it down. It talks a lot about how women were treated in a different timelines, and they have a very mysterious connection between each other. Definitely 5 stars. Next book, actually, there are three books from the same author, and he is my favorite author from historical fiction. And I am talking about the well-known Ken Follett. And the first book is Pillars of the Earth, and it's written on 11/23, long time ago. And it's just amazing because it talks about the construction of the most amazing, huge church cathedral ever. And you're gonna see all the drama and how the church was involved in a lot of corruption, in a lot of like things, love, betrayal, politics. This book has everything, and it really impresses me how well he managed to talk about religion and that age and how they were able to build or not the most amazing cathedral ever. So definitely 5 stars. Book from Ken Follett is my favorite ever. Like, this is my favorite book from him, and I am talking about World Without End, which is the second part of the series from the Pillars of the Earth. But this is way more like fast paced, and it also talks about the church. But something that I really like is the protagonist is the woman. It's a woman, Carries. It talks about witches, how because the women at that time were not allowed to study medicine or anything, any woman that was into herbs or into something, they were accusing her to be a witch. And what happened to the witches? Well, they were killed, right? So this story is a masterpiece. I was just fascinated how Ken Follett was able to talk about the witches, about the society, about politics, about betrayal. This definitely is a 5 stars. I also did a full video on my channel about this book because masterpiece. Next book of the same author, Ken Follett. I'm super fan of World War, the second one, when Hitler and all that. So if you're interested on that topic, I recommend you Winter of the World. This is the second also book from another trilogy from Ken Follett, masterpiece, and it would talk about Hitler, everything with the Nazis when it was Germany taking over France, what happened with Hitler, why Hitler became such a powerful man, because he was at the beginning representing the working class. Because remember, at the end of the World War, the first one, Germany was completely devastated economically. There was no jobs at all, and Hitler became very popular because he was saying, what the poor people, the working class, wanted to hear. Oh, very similar, right? It's just amazing how those people who has a great speech and they're able to communicate what the people want to hear, they became really powerful. But later on, they reveal who they are. Also, love story. We following families. Please give it a try. This is one of my favorite historical fiction books. This book that I want to talk about is another one from Christine Hanna and is The Nightingale. It's going to be a movie pretty soon. Wow, what a book. Like, I feel everybody should read this book ever because it talks about the Second World War as well, and it's two sisters. They're from France, completely different characters, and they got separated because of the war that is happening on France when Germany take over France. It's just amazing. 5 stars, devastated, real, a lot of passion. One of them, she just want to survive, and the other one, she has this passion of, I want to fight for my country. I really need to fight for my country, for what I believe. Super, super, super recommended, like 5 stars as well. Another historical fiction classic that won a lot of awards is Hamnet, from Maggie O'Farrell. Talks about Shakespeare, but basically not about Shakespeare, about his apparently son who died in a very mysterious way, and what about the wife? Everything that she went through, how society was in that time. It's a short book. You can read it in like 2 days. Also, 5 stars, very emotional. It's true, it's not true. It's a lot of discussion about that, but definitely give it a try. Book is, and the author just died, literally just died, and this book really educated me. I read historical fiction, even though it's not historical fiction. Well, it is historical fiction. I'm talking about Persepolis. Persepolis is 2 books, and is I'm saying yes, no, historical fiction because it's her life, and we can have education about what happened in Iran. Something I really like it is graphic novel. It is my only graphic novel that I have, and I'm obsessed with this. It's so well done. You're gonna be educated, and we're following this woman who lives in this kind of Muslim world and explain to you what happened in that country, how she sees the world, and when she leaves that country, how she faces a new world here in America, and her costumes, her everything. It's just a masterpiece. I really, really, if you want to educate yourself what is happening in Iran, Iraq, and all that, I really recommend you read this book because you can have an argument or you can have education about that, and it's a masterpiece. Really, really, this is a masterpiece. 5 stars. Last recommendation is a thriller, and it's really, really well known. This author, I'm talking about Kate Quinn, and it calls The Rose Code, and it's also the Hitler, and it's about spies. It's about betrayal. It's about you're gonna be dying all the time, with Hitler, with England. I read this book long, long time ago. And yes, it's in 1947, from 1940 to 1947, when the England was preparing to fight the Nazis. Wow, and what a book! Like, what a book! I was all the time like, this is really also one of my favorite historical fiction books that you're not gonna be able to put it down. Thank you so much for watching my video, guys. I hope you like it. Historical fiction is really my favorite genre. Like, yeah, fantasy historical fiction is like, wow. So all those books are 5 stars. Hopefully you give it a try, any of them. And if you have read any of them, please let me know below because I'm so curious about that. I'm gonna see you next time with a new bookish adventure. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.